Is your necklace a mixtape, by the way? I noticed that earlier and I thought that was so cute.
The producers from Subotica got us one each. They're really sweet.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
I literally wear it every single day. Like, it's my little lucky charm.
I got to watch the first 2 episodes, and you guys are fantastic in it, by the way. Yeah, I would love to know. I watched a previous interview with you and Teresa, actually, and it seems like Teresa and Jim, they filmed before you guys, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys came in after. Did you guys get to watch their performance, or did you watch any of their past works to kind of play the younger versions?
No, I didn't. I think I know that you saw something. I don't think I did, but for me, a lot of my trust was in Lucy Gaffey, the amazing director, and she helped me kind of find that character, and I think she'd helped Teresa, and she kind of matched us up in that way because we literally just didn't have time. But like I've said this before, but the characters are so different because so much happens to Alison that we didn't think it needed to be a massive situation where we made it completely match because she changes so much. So yeah, I didn't. But I know that you watched Jim.
Yeah.
And you told me about it, and because I wasn't on set at the time, so I didn't see it. But sorry, take it away.
Oh wait, are you talking about the film? I watched Jim in a film, literally a month before.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, I saw 21. It was like a casino film he was in, and I thought he was amazing in that. And I was just like, obviously forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I also saw Hacksaw Ridge quite soon before filming.
Yes, of course.
Oh
Teresa's
my gosh, yeah.
She
in
was
Hacksaw
just
Ridge.
amazing in that. So when I knew, I didn't know Jim was my older character at the start. I only knew when I got the role, so that was a bit of a shock. Yeah.
No way.
So that was a bit of a shock when I got it. That's the guy I've just seen in a film.
Yeah.
and then I asked Lucy when I had Lucy Gaffey, the director. We had a little Zoom and she said, "Who's the older?" Alison. And she was like, "Teresa Palmer." I was like, "You are joking! What a coincidence!" I was literally just seeing Hacksaw Ridge.
She's so good in that.
Yeah, she's so good in that. And so Jim was kind of part of the casting process for me anyway. He wanted to feel connected to whoever played the younger him, which is fair enough.
I also think you look so similar.
Yeah.
I think you actually look.
They did
away with
so
it.
good. Yeah,
Get
but
away.
I see it with both of you guys. I thought it was a perfect cast.
Cool.
No, of course. Also, I thought it was so cool because there's never anyone named Allie or Allison in movies. In my opinion, that's my name.
Yeah.
So I freaked out when I learned that was the name, and I was like, oh my god, yes. But also, it seems like the story is kind of following that one that got away trope. Is there a certain trope, in a romance or something that you guys tend to like to look for stories to be in, or that you like to watch, anything like that?
I do love it. I'm sucker for a romance film. And I think, but also because it's not just romance, it goes to such a depth because of Alison's life, and some quite dark and very true things that happen to people and happen every day. Because it kind of went to that level, it's kind of deeper than just a romance. It's very heartbreaking in some places. That balance was really drew me to the role because I was like, it's just, there's so much light and dark and so much shade, and that's what I liked about the script.
Yeah, no, I love because I feel like romance is coming back, but I like that they're going into so much more depth with it these days. But
we all love a good romance,
right?
Do you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, and rom-coms are all over the place this year at South by too. Absolutely. So I'm loving that. But also, it takes place in 1989 for your character, your younger versions. Was there anything you guys listen to, certain music or films to kind of get in that energy?
Yeah. I've got a whole playlist that I put together. And Spotify's got the similar tracks thing. I just added one, and then the next one popped up, and I was like, well, he'd probably listen to that. And then 80 songs later, I was like, you know what? That was probably enough. And it was all so nice because it was all around the same period. And I was fact checking. I was like, 1989, 1988. You'd probably listen to that. And I'd listen to it all the time, every day. I'd try and make it a thing. Because I really wasn't part of that 80s world,
I wasn't there.
music wise, I wasn't big into 80s music before mixtape, so it was so good to go in and discover that. It was a proper discovery for me.
That's so cool.
So
my dad literally a month before the audition started getting me into 80s music, like completely unrelated. And he introduced me to the band.
Okay, yeah.
There's a song called Uncertain Smile, which is like one of my favourite songs ever, and that was like the first 80s song that I got introduced to. So that was separate, and then this audition came through, and I was like, oh my god, the universe is aligning. And then yes, that meant that I could be introduced to so much more. So yeah, it felt like it felt weirdly like it had been planned out. Like it was really strange. Like my dad I told him about it, and he was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I guess he's never usually cares. Love it, but yeah, he was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. So, so that was really, really fun. But they made a playlist of 80 songs that we would listen to before we started filming. But I'm not a Spotify user, so I tried to get the free subscription.
That was,
it didn't work.
Yeah, same.
So I couldn't even listen to the playlist. Are you Apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
No one ever's Apple Music.
I know.
But
yeah. I was like, where's the Apple Music playlist, guys? So
please,
So I had to I spent like hours copying every song onto an Apple Music playlist. So I would listen to that before we went into set. But it's such a cool genre. Like, I really hope this introduces it to more audiences, because it's such an incredible era of like music culture. So big fan.
But it also like it ties into the whole like realness of the like relationships, and like in the script there are certain songs that are written in certain points, and it really you read it and you're like, oh, of course that works, because that is how they're feeling, and that song is expressing that emotion and how they're feeling at that moment. So it was all. I
think music makes emotions so much deeper. Yeah. So like my favorite thing ever is music in film, and because I think there's something that words or expressions or anything can't match. Yeah. And music just takes you on a completely different journey. So that was like really special in this. It told a lot of the story, which was great.
Yeah, no, I love that. I can't help but hear there's so much like invisible string things, like the universe aligning, like you watching the movie and your dad playing the song right before. Like it just seems like this was made for you guys.
He thinks he made it happen.
Oh my god, maybe he did. Honestly,
so
you guys were in the 1989 era for this, but if you could think of a modern song to maybe relate to your characters in that time, do you maybe have one? Yeah,
there's a song called Motel 6.
Okay, yeah, I think I know that one.
Do you know it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know who it's by, and I don't know the band or the musician that well, but I only know that song. Yeah. And it would be that song. Because even though that's not an 80s song, I would listen to that one.
Okay.
But it was like the one that was not in the 80s, but I'd add to the playlist.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Wow. I'm still thinking here.
Should we give you more time?
I think that like the song I played recently, the Sam Fender one, actually, the TV Dinner, the new one, I think that's what it's called.
Okay,
Trust me, it was in London when we were sat on the grass with Connor. Flo, it was literally a week
it's
ago.
Coming back.
You said it was a great song, and anyway, I think that's it. It was certain. Yeah, it was a certain. Do you know what I mean? It kind of it reminded me of, in a weird way. I can't even describe. Yeah. Do you know? But it kind of gave me that. You should listen to it, by the way.
I'm going to. Yeah, I feel like I know this one. It sounds like I can hear it kind of. This one I want to listen to. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go back.
You
and
will
listen
know it. I think you will. Yeah. I feel like Dan would love Fontaine's DC.
Yeah. I think that he's into it. I always say that like Dan's into he's deeply connected with his sensitive music, like, you know, the Stephanie Says and the episode 2, is it? Yeah. I think he's a sucker for the slower. So I can't think of a song that will kind of what's a sensitive song these days?
What would make me cry?
What would make Dan happy?
What would yours be? What if you were like what
for
what's like your
for myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like something that connects you to like your childhood or something.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you guys listen to Maggie Rogers?
No.
Oh my god, you should totally check her out. She's like one of my favorite artists right now.
Oh, cool.
She has a song called "It Was Coming All Along," and it kind of sounds like like when you're walking in a rom-com, like that kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. But the lyrics sound a lot like when my college experience, like when I was moving, because we moved away from my hometown. That's kind of what it's about, and like I think that's been playing on my personal playlist all the time right now.
I'm gonna listen to her.
Yes. Oh my god, I think you guys. She's amazing. Maggie Rogers.
Okay.
Yeah. Best kept secret. Like I need her to blow up.
I love that though.
Yeah.
When you're like,
No, we need
but then
to gatekeep.
you kind of gatekeep. Like when people start like you're like excuse me.
It's mine.
That's mine. Yeah. But okay, I just would like to end with like you said, there's so much emotional depth more than just the romance of the story. What would both you guys hope audiences take away?
I think, I guess appreciating the things you have in front of you at the time, because you never know what life's going to throw at you. That definitely happened in Alison's case. Like some terrible things happened to her, which meant she had no choice but to get away for her own sake. So I guess just taking every opportunity. Like she took that opportunity with Dan, but you've got to appreciate the things in front of you, because you don't know what's going to change at any point.
Yeah.
Especially with things recently like the LA fires and things
oh my
like that.
God, yeah.
Like, yeah, just really appreciating what you've got in the current moment.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I hope people can find something to relate to in Mixtape. I feel like there's so much going on, you know, the music, the characters, the relationships. I feel like you know, people can relate to it in one way or another, and I just hope that they connect with the relationships. I think they're all very real and natural, and it's becomes quite heartbreaking at times, and it's just a nice way to explore you know, relationships, complicated stuff in the past, and the way music plays into it. I just hope that they I hope they appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice story.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited to see the rest of it. You guys are so amazing in it, and I think it's so special, and it's so cool that it's, you know, so music heavy, and it's premiering in a live music capital of the world.
Yeah, I know. She's so exciting.
I know.
We're so happy to be here.
I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying Austin. This was
Thank
so
you.
fun talking to you
Yeah,
guys.
so
I
fun.
loved
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah.